Hey guys, how's it going? Jason here again, and we're back with the MG. And this time we're going to try to get these doors on, and we're going to try and get this still finished. But first of all, let's give you a wee progress report of where we're at here. So, God, that's a bright light. We have the castle rail end, we have the inner sill patched, so that's pretty good. We have this end cap done here. We have the floor patched along here. We have this arch formed. We've made this panel. It's going to fit in this big pocket. I do mean to make a jig to do this, but we can't do that just yet. So we're going to leave that for now. And I want to get that done before I put my outer on that I make. I have this all patched up, and I still need to put that outer trim on that there, but I don't want to do that just yet. And yeah, I'm starting to get a bit of progress. It's just everything takes so much longer than you think it's going to take. But yes, we are on the way to recovery. Well, the first thing I want to do here is get this door on. And these doors aren't great. They're better than these doors, but they still need repaired. Paid £40 each for these doors plus £40 delivery, so it ended up being £60 each. And they're not terrible. They're a nice middle ground. They'd have to buy a new door, and we're trying to repair these. So the line's still good on it, and this here can be repaired. It's not going to be that much work compared to this whole situation. Yeah, to get these doors off, there's 3 bolts on each hinge, and you take the door card out. So I'm going to put in time lapse to get that door card off, and then we will be back. I have that door off now. Someone had welded the door to the hinge, so I had to cut that off. That's why it was so hard to get off. I kind of feel like I should repair this before I put the door on, but we can just take the door back off again, right? And we can fix this later, because that's going to be quite an intricate panel, I think. I could make it as in the same way. I could make this bit here, and then make this bit, and then seam weld the two together, and then flat wheel it down, or buff it back down, and that would make it work. But we'll come back to this. We've got loads of time. I still want to get this sill done. And before I put the door on, I just want to tidy up the bottom here, because when I was cutting it off, I actually cut into that door as well. You can actually see how bad this door is now. It is pretty KO'd. Like I say, you could repair it, but it's really not worth it when you can get a door for 40 quid, well 60 quid. And yes, it needs work, but it doesn't need anywhere near as much work as that one. I'm happy with that. I am. Yeah, so I'm gonna get this trimmed, and then I'll put this door on. But I'm sure you don't want to see me trying to line this door up, so we'll come back when I've got this trimmed and we've got the door on. Okay, so here we are, and we have this all in weld 2 primer. I know I had a red oxide, but it's not going to hurt to have an extra coat on it, so I think I'll throw you more there. Right, and we have our diaphragm, and I went ahead and drilled all the holes, and then covered it, cleaned up the edges, and put some weld 2 primer on. So we're pretty much at the stage now where I think I should have followed it up there and not done there. But anyway, we'll fix that later. we'll need them. We'll maybe do them from the back for the sill line. But yeah, I just have this door sitting on here. It's not even tight, but I just wanted to get it on there and see if it helps me. But I'm not really 100% sure. So we have. We'll put this on like so. Double check it's all good. Should have followed that line, not done that way, but that's okay. If anything, it needs to go this way. What's stopping that? Why won't you go? Yeah. Okay. Put you on there again. I think I'm going to go ahead and blast this on then, and I was going to put a bit of self-tappers in it, but I'm pretty sure that I can just use the face grips however you want. And yeah, well maybe we'll put a couple in. Put one in there. I'm gonna have to drill these holes, but I think I'm just gonna start welding it. So I will put you in time lapse, and you can watch me do. I didn't even count them. There's lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of spot welds. Right, let's do this. And just like that there we have an inner diaphragm again. You see these welds, they're not bad. They're I said I'm getting good penetration into those holes, so happy days. And I need to drill some more here, I missed this bit. But it's in there and it's on. If it's on in the right place, there's another question, but it's on there. And so yeah, I'm gonna drill this here now. And then we'll go get the outer sill. Well, you can see here that I've loosely fitted this wing and the door, and you can see the line is pretty good. It's kind of hard to get this all where I want it, but I just want to put it on to see if this line was okay. And I think I'm going to follow this line down here. But yes, excellent. Next up, we're going to grind these welds back and get this sill on. Okay guys, so I have the outer sill screwed on with some self-tappers in a minute, and this is it now. So I think as long as this gap's good and this gap's good, it has to be good. And if it comes to it, we'll just like cut it away or something, and cut areas away to make it work. Because at the minute this has to be here. So yes, I would time lapse you, but you've already seen me weld the inner on. Alright, you already seen me weld the diaphragm on, sorry. It's going to be identical to that there, only on this outer panel. So I'll blast around this, and then we will start doing some patching on the end caps and stuff like that there. That'll be a bit more interesting to watch. But we'll get this on now, and all this primer is nice and dry now as well, so we have, yeah, let's get it done. Okay guys, so we're back again, fresh faced. Shaved my head, was it a Wednesday? All mint. And we have another sill. Look at that shit. Mint. Oh yeah, it's good shit. Right, and we have this patch that's gonna sit in there like that. And then we're gonna work on this A-pillar. I have some fantastic looking patches. These go sit in 3 pieces. So this one goes on there like so. This one pops up in there like that, and some kind of like that. And then we have this one, which sits like that, but obviously it doesn't fall apart when you put it in. Unfortunately, there's not much material up in here, so I've had to make this. Patch sit there like so, and we're gonna have to try and get that welded in nicely without welding this hinge adjustment plate. And then we have this one here, just sits on there. Just put a couple of spot welds, or maybe just stitch weld along the top, a couple of spot welds at the bottom, and then that one sits up in there like so, and then we weld it on the bottom and the top. What else have we done? Haven't really done much else. Started cleaning this up. I started cleaning this area up. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was. I thought I was going to have to basically cut this entire thing out and remake it, but I've cleaned it up there, and I'm going to have to remake most of it. So that's good. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet, because I'm going to weld the wings on, because I just feel like that's the easiest way for me to do it. And so as long as I have all this prepped and covered and made looking good, it should last quite a long time. But I really don't want to have to do all this curve-y thing, because I'm going to weld the wing on anyway. So I was thinking if I made this across and down, and then modified the wing, and then we could just weld a nice seam along it, a wee bit of filler when it's done, and it'll just be like a nice line, rather than have to try and follow this curve when we're not going to put that seam line in anyway. So I don't know yet. That's a thought in progress, that one. But yes, I'm going to start working on this now. I'm going to get this one in first. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. Probably do a full seam weld along the top, and like 4 stitches along the bottom maybe. Or I could just seam weld all along it, or I could drill some holes, spot weld this. But I feel like, yeah, we'll probably just do that. Probably full bead across the top, spot weld along the bottom. We could get away with spot weld along the top too, would it? Don't know. Probably fully seam weld both sides. For all the time it'll take to fully seam weld both sides of that there, and make a good job of it. But yeah, I'm gonna get that done now. We would actually progress on this here, kind of just blast it on, and just trying to get some stuff done. And got this bit all seam welded in. We're talking about spot welding it, but for all the extra time I took the seam weld along there, but just did it anyway. Then made this bit, well not welded, you've already seen this here, welded this in. This is welded in from the back here, seam welded all around here, seam welded this on, grind this flat down here so it's kind of, you can't see it. And then we have this bit all seam welded. And then came round to the end, patched up this area, I cut it a bit higher, then patched it up, and then brought this end of the cassowary and hammered it on. Don't know what to do about here. Probably gonna make a wee patch just so I don't have that hole. I don't know if that hole's meant to be there or not, because I didn't really have anything on mine to judge. It was mostly just holes here anyway. But yeah, I don't know what to do next. Probably this area. I'll have this panel that I cut out. It's mostly usable. If at least keep on, try and keep this bit I'd like to keep that step 2. What if I clean that up? Doesn't look too bad. A little filler in there. What do I do? I'm not gonna make this panel. I'm not gonna make all this. I'm gonna have 90% of it here. I think you need to clean up in there as well. But we're not worry about that just yet. So let's just put the door on, see how it looks. Okay, well you can see here I've got the door on now, and this line is good. This line's good, all along there. Now stand back here and look at it. That's all pretty tasty as well. Hopefully when I bolt the door onto the hinges it doesn't go all cockeyed, which I feel like I might, and I might have to do a lot of fettling to get it to fit properly. But you can see the doors here, I've actually went over it and just cleaned them up a wee bit, trying to find out the worst areas, and there's not great. A wee bit of surface grooves in there, I can probably buff back a bit more. This is all pretty reasonable until you come down to the bottom. There's a wee bit there, and then you have, we're starting to get in the proper corrosion down here, and there, and then over here there was like a lump of like sealant in this hole, covered in filler. But we can fix all this. This isn't the biggest issue compared to the old doors. But yeah, like this is this panel here then, and if I was to set that in there, it doesn't really want to flow like follow the door at the minute. But if I spot weld it in, I could probably twist it and get the shape I want, and then we'll make our new panel. So I think I'm gonna do that there. So I might put you in time lapse and we'll try and figure something out with this. Unfortunately I have to try and keep the door on while I do this, which makes it hard to tack weld the inside, but we'll figure it out. Well, I spent the guts of half an hour lining this door up. I ended up actually, I didn't have it bolted to the hinges, but I wanted to bolt it to the hinges for this here bit, and then I put magnets on this in here and here, and got this lined up. I basically loosened the actual hinges on the A pillar and got everything lined up, because before this door was like laying way over here like this, and like there was probably 10mm gap between the sill and the quarter, and like this door was just sitting out. Well, not this door, but the other door. And we've got a pretty good line up here. This line is pretty perfect with the verniers. This one here, there's something weird going on. This one actually it's the same there. It's minute difference there, and then the top seems to taper in a wee bit. So I'm not really sure what to do with that. I might end up cutting that and fixing that top, because I don't know if it's to do with the door or the shell or something, because this cap was terrible when I first put this together, or when I first got it. It was like way out, so this is so much better, and that's kind of the best of a bad situation we're going to have at the minute anyway. And I went ahead and basically cleaned this all up and red oxide this here in preparation for doing this, and then I cleaned this up as well and put some weld-free primer on it. So we're ready to actually start doing something to this now, instead of just, well, yeah, we're just ready to start doing stuff. And if I set that there like so, I can get a pretty good alignment. But like this, even this isn't perfect. Like, I don't know what it went on with this here. It's kinked and stuff. I actually might have to hammer that out. Is that any better? It's a wee bit better. We're going to probably put a bit of filler in there as well, but so that is the original line, and it is green, but this is bent as well, probably from me removing it. But I think what we're going to do here is just, I'm going to put a tack weld here, and then we'll start messing with it. Right, there we go, got something. You got these nice welding gloves off Amazon. They're actually really thin, and you can actually feel what you're doing instead of shooting in the dark. Right. Let's see. I don't even know where to go from here now. It's starting to get there. Paint is destroyed. Alright, so like not great. Not good at all. There's the worst. So you see me welding it up a wee bit there, but this line here, right, if I lift it up, so it's the same here, right, but here's the worst, and it's because I think there's a wee dent in that there, so I'm going to get a hammer and dolly and try and beat that out of it. Definitely better. Well, now we've got these bylines pretty good here. This does need a wee bit more hammer and dollying around here, but we're getting there. I've made this wee piece that's going to sit in here like that, right? Open the door again. And that's going to sit in there. I was going to try and make it in one piece, but because there's a bigger gap here than here, I didn't know how I was going to get the angle, and I cut a bigger piece and try and fold it. I think it's going to be easier. I'll just cut this, I'll get this weld in first and then join this line to this line, and then we'll just weld a bit on the top. But we're not worrying about it right now because I'm waiting for that primer to dry. I have this bit of the quarter that I cut off, and here's the bit I actually cut off from this bit, so they're tack weld together. And what I've done is just screw this down this bit of oak, and then we're gonna got this line. I'm gonna cut that out with a jigsaw and try and get that line as smooth as I can, and then we can form this. This bit of steel is gonna have to have a lip on the bottom as well to match up to the sill line here, so that's gonna be a job as well. I'm not really 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. Probably we use a bit of wood, same idea as this, maybe. But yeah, the first thing we'll do is get this cut, because we're waiting for that primer to dry. And I'll go cut that with a jigsaw and come back to you. Right, so I spent probably far too long messing about with this, but I've got some sort of shape that I want to use, maybe. I don't know, it's very hard. I probably shouldn't use this 1.2mm steel for this here, but I kind of wanted to make one and see how it went. But it's all, you can see the curves I've put in it. I tried to get this again with a shrinker stretcher, but it just wouldn't work, so I had to put some notches in it. We'll weld them up when we're doing that. And I stepped around these corners so it'll be sighted in, but also there again, I may have cut it too short. Okay, so here we are then, and you can see this shape falls down mostly. There's a bit of a gap here, that wasn't earlier. There's a bit of a fettling to get it in. I think I might even be able to bring, if I trim this down a bit more, I can bring it back a bit, because this bit here isn't perfect, and I'm going to have to find some way of transitioning from this round edge to this flat edge where we've rolled this arch to get the wheel in. I think how I'm going to do that there is I'm going to just weld it, and then I'll just feather the welds in, and then we'll just slowly taper up to the flat, and then yeah, that's where we're at so far. This gap does close up better. It's just I've just spent a couple seconds putting that magnet on, and then this is my biggest concern. I'm probably gonna have to tack this on first here, and then once we get to the bottom, I am quite confident that this line is in the right place. It's just because there's a flat bit here, I can't get it in just yet. So I think what we're gonna have to do is weld everything else in first, and then come back to this bottom and get it pushed up and tack welded in, or spot welded in, sorry. But for now I can't do anything with this until we get this fixed. Well, not fixed, but you know, patched up. So I'm gonna make a patch for here and here, and then once I've got this done, we can start working this quarter, and then we can finish this netting off and mess with our door cap a bit more. But yes, we have progress anyway. I wasn't really timing myself when I was making that there, but it did take quite a while. I said the next one won't be so bad. It's just I was trying to figure out how to do everything. I end up using nearly every tool I have for it. Put it through the English wheel and everything to get the hammer marks out. I think the more I use English wheel as well, the better I'm getting at it, I think. You can see all the shrinkers treasure marks. But like once we get them stitched up and that's on, and there's a wee skim of filler over all that there, it'll be fine. It will be mint. Okay, where am I going? Right, I'm gonna go do this now, and I will be back. So when I have this capped off, it's not very pretty around the welds because, well, this stuff happened. And then this here isn't the most prettiest thing in the world. I had to hammer it round to try and get round this, follow this line, and I ended up bending this end still a wee bit, but it'll be fine. Right, we'll have it on here now. Time lapse cut a wee bit short there because the extension lead fell. The charging lead was plugged into and ripped the charging lead apart, so we're back again. I know when time comes to do body work in this here, it's going to be an absolute nightmare, I'd say. But feels quite good. I'll just be here now. See what I can muster up. But we are getting a bit more complete looking, and I had a wee fettle with this as well, and it's a bit better. I say I can get away better soon, but I haven't really got much time spent in that there. My biggest concern is the transition from this rounded edge to this sharp edge, but I'm hoping that I can fix that with a bit of fiberglass and filler once we get the wheel on and everything looks good. I'm not really sure, but it's on there at least, and it's quite solid. The inside again, we're going to be stuck with the gaps here and stuff like that, so we need to figure that out when it comes time. But yeah, right, I'm going to do this wee area now because we'll just start this patch. So you can see here now that I've got this gap along the bottom is tighter than this one, right? But my main issue is this panel is slightly lower, and if I just put that in there, if I just put that in there like that, it's still lower, which I don't know if on a normal car when this, because this seems welded, is there a drop in it? I'm not sure. But my understanding is, well, this one I could probably get away with welding that on like that, and then making my gap go to about here and then feathering it in, so it kind of, once it gets to the start of this curve, it starts opening out. And I'm pretty sure that is my objective here. So you can think, you'd actually think I did this step on purpose for this bit of metal to sit in, but it was just a coincidence as well. Okay, so that's in. Bear with me, that's not how it's going to look when it's finished, but I have this line going to about here now. I've just kind of got a quick grain back, but I don't think that it's going to be possible to get that tight a curve all the way up to here and up this seam, but I'm pretty happy with that there. And then I'm pretty sure if I can just slowly open it out until we get up here, I might actually look at some pictures of some MGBs tonight to see if I can actually see what the door line gaps meant to look like. But I think this is going to be okay. You can see where it starts to, a bit of a weird thing there where that's, I don't know why that's like that there. I think that's where I was hitting a hammer to get this shape. So, but don't worry about it. It's not finished yet. Pretty sure I can get that pretty nice. I'll leave the stage, even if I have to just come out here with the welder and just fill this up with the beads, just to give it something extra to look at. But I'm going to do this wee patch now, and that'll be this area. Oh no, it's not going to be this area done. This needs done. Okay, we're going to do this and this now, and I'll go make them patches. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to call it quits for this upload then. What did we get done this time? We got this outer sill on. We got the diaphragm on the inside. That was a big job I want to get done. I'm happy with. We got this door mounted up, and we got these door gaps real good. I'm really happy with this here, because before this door sat out about here and nothing lined up. Well, not that door, the old door, which is over there, lined up out there. I do have the door catching on the door as well now, so that is where it's going to sit, and everything is quite nice there. Fixed this gap down here. Might have to bring it up a wee bit higher here, but in time. I got this dog leg made. This dog leg it's a good bit of work. If I hadn't used 1.2mm steel for that there, it probably would have been easier, but it's on there, it's done. Still need to weld these slots, we relief up that I put in to help the curve. We got this end cap patched. That's tasty as well. A bit of, needs a bit more grain in there, but we're on. There's the box I used for making that dog leg. So basically all I did was put that in there, clamp it down, hit it with a hammer. We got this panel in, we're back in, and it's pretty good. I think it's back to where it should be. I did this too, but I don't know if I might have to put a bit more material into that there, because I think the door seal isn't gonna sit far enough into that groove, but we'll find out. We filled this in because there's a gap from here to here. We've basically laid this seam line, and then we've made this fillet piece right in here. So like, I know you're not going to be able to see that line there, but I don't think you're going to notice, because you can't see it here. So I can just fade it in to start like here. Look at that there, all that. It's kind of a major clean. We have the air pillar all patched up. I'm quite happy with that as well. So that's all done. This is done. End caps patched in, and then we had the caster wheel folded up. So like, for a week's work, I'm fairly chuffed for that there. So next time we're gonna start this rear. We're gonna have to make a stand for this hub or axle, sorry, and take the leaf spring out and fix this properly. Probably just take that whole skin out and make a new one, and then we can start our rear of the quarter. My rear sabring came, obviously me being a tight ass, I bought a second hand one, and it had a bit of a loads of filler in it before, so I just used the air chisel and knocked all that off. But that's going to sit into there, and I stupidly thought it actually had these all the way up, and they don't, so I'm still going to have to fabricate that top hit. But that's okay. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one where we will tackle this a bit more. But yeah, sweet.